Landward.com is always on the lookout for good do-it-yourself projects, and today we are in Perg in the Attigau region, visiting the projects of Bernhard and Christoph Moos, the gentleman by my side.
Hello, hello.
Christoph, tell us, you actually submitted 2 projects to us. What exactly did you build?
We have a lot of farmland at home since we run an organic farm and you have to cut around the edges a lot. We used to do that by hand, but then through landward.com, I spent a lot of time looking online. I came across the SOG, the GreenTech saw from Mark, so I bought one and we tried it out. Of course, a lot of branch material is left lying around, so we had to rake it together by hand, and that quickly became annoying for us. We then brainstormed in the garage, considering how to simplify the task using the excavator equipment we had available. We brainstormed and decided to build a specific type of rake. Despite searching, we couldn't find one anywhere. And he said, then let's build it ourselves. And that's actually how the whole thing started. And that's actually how we ended up with this ostrich rake.
Bernhard, what technical things had to be implemented? So what did you all accomplish there?
So technically what was done with the saw is that the basic basket was purchased from Mauk, which arrived overland. And then we had to assemble the hydraulic units ourselves from the individual components. We had to make the hoses ourselves. There were no excavator mounts. And we modified the support foot and everything else so that you could take it with the excavator in the bucket boxes, which we made ourselves. And that's how it all came together. The wheeled excavator made it easier as it's well equipped for such tasks. But with the tracked excavator, a lot of things just aren't possible because it doesn't have the hydraulic capacity for the saw. Now we had to add quite a few things so that it even works with the excavator.
What were the main technical challenges with the saw? Because you also had to make quite a few adjustments to the excavator, right?
Yes, the technical challenges are really about how to make it all work with all the jointed parts and so on. There were many technical issues initially. For instance, all the bearings failed once due to being incorrect. Then we rebuilt everything and the bearings held up, but then the whole frame broke. So we really spent a long time tinkering until it finally worked the way it was supposed to. The entire system is now patented as it is unique in the market.
How long have you been working on these 2 projects and what did it cost you in total?
We spent about 50 to 70 working hours on that. The costs were between 3,500 and 4,000 euros just for the east rake. And for the saw, the main body was about 10,000 euros and 2,000 euros for the additional conversion materials we needed to make it fit the excavator.
Christoph, you're not just using this saw and rake for your own needs anymore, right? So where are you working now?
Yes, exactly. Besides the fact that it worked so well, the municipalities also realized that it's actually a cool solution. Yes, and since we actually cut 8 meters with the whole thing, we could also use it for the sides of roads, like for main roads and things like that. It works really well. We're not just cutting rows with the excavator, we've also used it to trim overgrown hedges. Private individuals have realized it's just as easy as doing it by hand.
So we've been using it for about a year now without any problems, but there's still a lot of tinkering, a lot of exhausting days actually, where you think it just won't work, but we don't stop using it. But now we're pleased that it functions well and is trouble-free.
Bernhard, Christoph, thanks for having us over. And dear viewers, if you have also completed projects on your farm or are still building, feel free to send them to landward.com. You can find the instructions for this on our website, and we look forward to your submitted projects.